The story begins in a high school, where our main character is sitting in his class. It looks like he is writing something in his notebook saying he is going to die. In the next scene, we see some bullies beating up a weak kid. This kid is none other than our main character. It looks like they are wishing him happy birthday while beating him up. Here we came to know that the name of our main character is Da-jun. The bullies are forcing him to eat a ruined cake. Da-jun eats the cake because he is scared of them, and while he was eating that cake, they were laughing at him. The bully even took a photo with him after making him suffer. Now, it seems that Da-jun was being bullied by his classmate named Do-yoon Lee. Now, the school bell rings, and it looks like that the Do-yoon Lee is planning to bully Da-jun even tomorrow. The bully's headed to the classroom after throwing his slippers, which eventually makes him late for his class. Now, the teacher scolds Da-jun for being late, and his whole class started laughing on and mocking him. So, Da-jun feels really embarrassed as he was standing naked in front of the whole school. In the next scene, we see Da-jun is writing something while sitting in the class. Well, he was writing a suicide note blaming all the bullies for his death. Now, he is imagining about all the things which will happen when he dies. He thinks that Do-yoon Lee will get a severe punishment and his older brother will be memorizing vocab on his funeral while his sister will be busy on her phone. He said he don't know how his parents will feel on his death. But before dying, Da-jun is going to say goodbye to everyone. In the next scene, Da-jun is having dinner with his family, but everyone seems to be busy in their own work. He apologizes to his dad for everything and said goodbye. But his dad was focusing on the news and didn't even hear him. So Da-jun starts watching news, and in the news, Da-jun saw that the kid who was bullied in the past killed all the bullies by himself. The name of that person is Mr. Ma. Mr. Ma said to the media that he is not a murderer. He said all those bullies made fun of him and his family, and they also tortured him. He said to all the kids who are being bullied that they have to save themselves. He said, "Don't just give up on your life and do whatever it takes to survive, to not die." The news was stopped, and Da-jun's father was really pissed on Mr. Ma's actions, but Da-jun felt moved and started clapping as Mr. Ma gave him a ray of hope. In the next scene, we see Da-jun in his bed reading about the incident, and he is wondering, can he do it too? He is dreaming of beating bullies to a pulp, but he is also scared because he don't know how to fight. But he knows that if he don't do anything now, he will be bullied all his life. So, he gathers his courage and started to find something which is useful in a fight. It looks like it's a screwdriver, and he is practicing to stab someone. So, the next day all his courage was shattered as Do-yoon Lee started to pick on him and ask Da-jun about the cake. Da-jun is trembling in fear. Da-jun is frightened, but he tried to grab the screwdriver to stab Do-yoon Lee. Now, Do-yoon Lee gets mad at him for taking so long, and when Da-jun sees Do-yoon's face, his whole body freezes. When Do-yoon Lee picks him, he panicked and hid the screwdriver in his bench. After that, Do-yoon starts hitting him, and then Do-yoon asked Da-jun to come with them after school. In this next scene, we see Do-yoon and his friends taking Da-jun to an under-construction building. Do-yoon is going to get Da-jun drunk, but Da-jun said he never had alcohol before, but Do-yoon threatened to kill him if he declined. Now, Do-yoon Lee is not stopping there. He makes the most disgusting drink with dirt, socks, cigarettes, and his own spit. Da-jun hesitated, but he was scared of him, so he drank it and started throwing it up. But Do-yoon Lee is not satisfied. He wants to torture Da-jun and made him drink a lot until he throws up badly. Do-yoon said his friend to get some more drinks, as there was only one left. Da-jun was feeling dizzy and have enough of this tortured life. So, he hit Do-yun and started running, knowing that he will be bullied again tomorrow. But in the meantime, Do-yun catches him and starts beating him recklessly. After beating him up, Do-yun is taking him again to the building, saying he is not done with him yet. Now, Da-jun remembers when he sees Do-yun's face. He becomes a coward and cannot do anything. But when Do-yun was dragging Da-jun saw a truck coming their way and he pushes Do-yun in front of the truck without seeing his face. Now, Da-yun's friends are returning after buying some drinks and they saw that an accident has happened, and there is a crowd nearby. When they reaches towards the truck, they were shocked seeing Do-yun Lee injured. Now, Da-jun was running towards home with a menacing look on his face. Now, we saw Da-jun saying he will survive no matter what. In the next scene, we are seeing Da-jun panicking about what he did and he is thinking of turning himself in. He is thinking that Do-yun might be dead, but he pushed him only in self-defense. Now, he is overthinking about the accident and he said he just wanted to get revenge. On the next day, we see Da-jun is going to school thinking that it was his last day. He says he wants to know what happened after accident, but no matter what, he don't want Do-yun Lee in his class. But to his surprise, the school was quiet, and Da-jun is now scared to enter the classroom as he thinks policemen are waiting for him in the class. Well, it was quite the opposite, and the class was normal as always. He says everything is same as before, except Do-yun Lee is out of his life now. Then, the teacher comes in the class and told everyone about Do-yun Lee's accident. The teacher said he was badly injured. So, Da-jun started to freak out. The teacher said, according to the police, Do-yun Lee was hit by a truck while he was crossing the road. Now, Da-jun is very shocked, but he is also feeling guilty of what he did, and he is thinking of turning himself in. But Da-jun also wants to live a normal and peaceful life. Da-jun was very happy that day, thinking about the stuff he used to like when he was in middle school, like reading. Da-jun opened up a book, and after some time started crying because he had forgotten the taste of a normal student life. Now, a fellow student comes up to Da-jun and blamed him for Do-yun's accident, saying that Da-jun pushed Do-yun Lee. He said he saw Da-jun and Do-yun together last night. Da-jun was shocked, but saved by another fellow student saying Da-jun can't even think of doing something like this. He said Da-jun to not mind his friend's words. Now, Da-jun is saying that class feels different today as no one is picking on him and on other weak kids who were being bullied. As we can see, Da-jun is standing near a window and thinking that he has done the right thing. He is also thanking God for this peaceful life. But his happiness was short-lived as he saw a cop car entering in the school. Now, someone calls Da-jun's name, saying he has been called to the teacher's office. Da-jun was scared and maybe he knew what was coming for him. In the next scene, we see Da-jun is being arrested for attempted murder. All the teachers were shocked because they didn't think Da-jun can do anything like this. The police shows CCTV footage to all the teachers as a proof, in which it's clear that Da-jun pushed Do-yun Lee in front of the truck, so that's how the dream of our main character is shattered to pieces. The teacher is also shocked because he always thought of Da-jun as a good and normal kid. Now, Da-jun is saying that the God does exist, but he doesn't want him to be happy. After that, Da-jun's parents came to bail him out, and also they togetherly visited Do-yun Lee in the hospital. Da-jun was punished under attempted murder, but his punishment was decreased because he was being bullied, and his suicide note also helped him in the case. Da-jun was sentenced probation of 2 years. Now, as he get out of the court, his parents leave him to visit the school violence committee all by himself. His dad was really pissed at him. As Da-jun visited school committee, he came to know that he was expelled from the school. As he was walking out of the school corridor, everyone is talking about Da-jun and is saying Do-yun Lee was in the right. Da-jun was really furious but didn't say anything as he will only stay at home from now on. As he gets back to home, his father kicked him out of the house. Da-jun was shocked as all his hopes were dead. He started leaving and saw his mother was crying, but noone else bothered by the fact that he was leaving. It's raining outside, and Da-jun is really mad at his father, and he is questioning his own existence, because he never wanted things to go like this. He just wanted a normal life. But the night is not ending there for Da-jun, as Do-yun Lee's friends are waiting for Da-jun to pay him back for what he did. They started beating him up. Now, Da-jun is thinking he could have handled one of them if he tried very hard, but he can't handle these many thugs. They want Da-jun to apologize and beg like a dog for what Da-jun did to their innocent friend, Do-yun Lee. Now, Da-jun is thinking that Do-yun Lee was never an innocent kid because he always bullied him. Da-jun felt he was falling off a cliff every single day of his life, and the one who pushed him was Do-yun Lee. Now, Da-jun burst into anger, saying he never did anything wrong. In fact, they were the one who bullied him for no reason. After that, one of the bullies started punching Da-jun recklessly, but Da-jun has got the answer he was searching for when he was fighting for his life. Da-jun grabbed a brick and started smashing the bully's face like a maniac. He beat this bully's face to a pulp. Now, Da-jun said he shouldn't feel guilty for trash people like them, and to survive, he has to kill them. So, Da-jun is feeling really confident that he can fight all of them, but the bullies are not scared as they all took out their weapons and starts attacking Da-jun. But Da-jun is not giving it up this time. He swinged the brick, which hit the hand of one of the bullies, but he was outnumbered. A bully attacked him from the behind, which led him to fall on the ground. So, they all started attacking him vigorously. But even after all the beating, Da-jun is not scared, and he is looking at them angrily. So, the bully gets mad and tried hitting Da-jun's eyes with his bat. But he was interrupted by someone. Here we see a new corrector. This new corrector asks them what are they doing in his house and asks them to leave at once, so he can eat. Now, the bullies are laughing at the homeless guy, and they started making fun of him. After that, the bully with purple hair threatened him to leave. So, the homeless guys started leaving, but he had another plans. He throws the cup noodles on bully's face and started smacking them one by one. Now, the last bully tried hitting him, but he threatened him with a knife, but it was just chopsticks wrapped in the newspaper. Now, Da-jun was saved by him, and he was shocked by this guy's strength. So, Da-jun thanked this guy for saving his life. But he doesn't care about Da-jun, because he was worried for his noodles. Now, Da-jun wants to learn to fight, but this homeless guy was about to smack him. Then Da-jun said he will buy him noodles. In the next scene, the homeless guy is mocking Da-jun, saying, "Your life sucks," after hearing his story. Then the guy said, "Da-jun, you have guts, but you are still too weak." So, Da-jun asked him again, will he teach him how to fight? But the homeless guy refuses. He said Da-jun will not be able to survive on the streets because he had been pampered all his life and he is just like a flower in the greenhouse. Da-jun said he will do anything, but the guy refuses and left. He said he will kill Da-jun if he tried to follow him. On the next day, we see Da-jun is not giving up. He started following the guy who saved him last night. Da-jun spent the day doing everything what he does. He dressed up like him. He ate like him. He slept where he sleeps. He was really bored, but Da-jun was confident in this guy's strength. Now, after beating up some bullies who tried picking on him, the homeless guy noticed that Da-jun was following him. He asked, "How long are you going to follow me?" He asked him that, does he still want to learn to fight? Then Da-jun replied positively. The guy said he will teach him how to fight. Da-jun was surprised, but the guy said he has to beat the purple-haired bully in a fight. Da-jun was shocked and started saying it is not possible. The guy said he has to just think like the bullies in a fight to win. He said to Da-jun, "Up until now, you were the prey. But now, you need to become the predator." After that, Da-jun is remembering the past incidents in which the bully with purple hair is trying to apologize for pulling Da-jun's pants in front of the girls and also for spraying water on Da-jun when he was in the bathroom. He is trying to apologize by shaking hands with Da-jun. Do-yoon Lee is also saying him to accept the apology. When Da-jun shakes hands with him, the bully squeezes his hand so hard that Da-jun falls on the ground. Now, it's clear that he was not apologizing for anything, but he was just making fun of Da-jun. As we can see, the name of the purple bully is Jae Park, who is a baseball player standing at a height of 185.5 centimeters. He was kicked off the baseball team for assaulting other players. Da-jun is crying on the floor, begging Jae Park to release his hand. In the next scene, we saw Da-jun sitting on a wall just behind where Jae Park was standing. Da-jun gathered all his might and jumped off the wall, hitting Jae Park with a solid kick. The homeless guy is watching it from a distance. Now, Da-jun thought that the first strike was good, and he has won the fight. But to his surprise, Jae Park throws a punch at him immediately. Now, Jae Park is mad, and he is saying that it looks like Da-jun is still hungry for a beatdown. Then he started punching him like a punching bag. Now, the homeless guy is thinking that Da-jun is not cut for fighting. Then Jae Park throws Da-jun in a wall with a strong kick. Now, Jae Park is asking Da-jun that why did he come after him, and Jae Park said that I am not going to let go you easily this time. When Jae Park was talking, Da-jun think logically and throw a trash bag at him. Da-jun is coming to attack Jae Park as he is blinded by the trash, but Jae Park blocked it in time. Even after that, Da-jun tried to grab him, but due to the difference in their weights, Jae Park has the upper hand now. So, Jae Park pushed Da-jun towards a wall and is going to punch him. Then Da-jun suddenly tries to attack Jae Park's eyes with his fingers, just like the homeless guy did before. So, it's clear that Da-jun is trying to copy that guy's moves, but all of Da-jun's movements are sloppy as compared to the homeless guy. Jae Park grabbed his fingers and twisted them so hard that they made a cracking noise. Now, Jae Park is saying that a loser like Da-jun can never beat him. But Da-jun still looks at him with a furious look, which results in Jae Park bursting in anger. Now we are getting some past memories of Da-jun with the homeless guy. Da-jun asked him if there's any chance that he can win this fight. Then the homeless guy said it will be hard with their weight difference, but you will never know what will happen in a street fight. Now back to the present fight. The homeless guy is leaving, thinking that Da-jun will never win at this rate, but when he turned to see Da-jun, he was shocked by the fact that Da-jun was holding a knife wrapped in a newspaper. Jae Park thinks that Da-jun don't have any guts to hold a knife, but when he grabs it, he found that it was really a knife. Now, Jae Park is frightened and Da-jun screamed at him saying, "Squeeze it hard like you squeeze my hand." Due to this, Jae Park freezes in fear and Da-jun started beating him up. Jae Park is trying to run, but it's just a dead end. So, Da-jun is coming after him with a murderous look on his face. Then Da-jun hit his head with the knife, and the homeless guy is also impressed by Da-jun. Now, Jae Park is getting mad because he was getting a beatdown from the guy who he used to bully up until now. So, Jae Park is saying to stop as it hurts him so much, but Da-jun is not having it. He started smashing Jae Park as he gets angry about all the pain he had gone through due to these bullies. Now, Da-jun is throwing punches like a machine, but stops as he gets emotional remembering his past. It was an opportunity for Jae Park. So, he grabs Da-jun's arms and took Da-jun's knife. Now, Jae Park is really mad and he tried to stab Da-jun with the knife, but to his surprise, it was never a knife. It was just a metal ruler wrapped in a newspaper. Jae Park is getting angry as he was tricked by Da-jun. As we can see, Da-jun is laughing at Jae Park, which made Jae Park burst into anger. Also, the homeless guy seems to be impressed by this move of Da-jun. But Jae Park can't take it anymore, so he started beating Da-jun's face to a pulp like a wild boar. But the homeless guy interrupted the fight and spilled some milk on Jae Park's head. J Park seems to be confused, but after seeing the homeless guy there, he tried attacking the guy, but he took down J Park with a single blow. Now, the homeless guy is saying to Dojun that he was really close to victory, but he lost, so the deal is off. Due to this, Dojun gets mad at himself for being so weak. He said he will never be able to take his revenge like this. Watching Dojun's eagerness to get stronger, the homeless guy offers him one last chance, but he says it's going to be a lot harder than this one. Dojun accepted the offer, and in this next scene, both are headed to a desolated neighborhood. Now, the homeless guy asks Dojun about the bad guys in his school. Dojun says there are a lot of them. But the guy says that there are more dangerous people in the outside world, and the most dangerous are the ones who don't have anything to lose. Now, it is obvious that the guy wants to survive Dojun in this neighborhood. The homeless guy pushed Dojun inside a room where there are a lot of nasty-looking people. Dojun is scared after seeing them. Now, what do you think? Will Dojun survive? That's it for this part, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want the next part, just comment down below.